welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
All right, hello and welcome to the Friday KVJ After the Show podcast. Sitting up here for the weekend.
The last weekend of dry January, and it's back to drinking next weekend, bitches.
Oh, really? You are? Okay. That's it, huh?
You sound like Kiss, the band, ready to come out of retirement.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna get back at it, huh?
If my face heals, yeah, I'm really doing it for my face.
Okay. How's your face doing?
It's doing good. So the right side looks fantastic. I don't know if you can see it on KVJ TV.
Look, Kev, no meat nuggets.
Okay.
Snatched. But the
Yeah.
left side where I hit it
Yeah.
is still struggling a bit. She's still swollen.
Little swollen, okay.
Bruised.
Yeah.
Not happy.
Okay.
So
You must have done a number on that thing.
I did. I like to fall into things face first.
Okay. Catch yourself with your face.
Yep, not my hands, just my face.
I am usually pretty good. I would say 95 Rotten Tomatoes score of me being able to block my face when I fall. But there is that 5% where the fall is just so quick, you don't see it coming, and the face does. It's the victim.
I'm still mad. I'm trying to work through it. I'm just mad at myself most of all because I was pretty hammered.
Sometimes you gotta get mad at yourself to make the proper adjustment.
Yeah.
So dry January was good for me.
Okay.
But it's still not healed, so I don't know if I'll still be doing dry February too. I can't really allow myself to get hammered while I'm still struggling with the injury from the last time I was hammered.
You don't want to redo it.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you doing with your life, you dummy?
Okay. Girl had a long talk with herself, it sounds like.
She did, and she's just still swollen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it can happen, Virginia.
I know.
Yeah, I continue to find it very interesting, the comments that keep coming out about mocktails and people kind of getting over the drinking and it being a thing of the past. And I just wonder, okay, is this just something that is a trend? Or is this something where, we've seen things that have happened since the pandemic and they say there's no going back?
Oh, not this shit on a Friday. Mocktails and all the drinking.
Hey, you got to
and
thank
all.
Virginia. She kind of let us into it.
We got problems to drink. Okay, can we talk about our alcohol problems on Monday, please? Your boy wants to have a fucking fun weekend. All this depressing shit.
I did get an email from Nicole in the 954. She said, one thing I was thinking is I keep hearing about the popularity of the GLP-1 drugs.
Yes.
And apparently a lot of people are realizing when they get on the semaglutide or a compound of it that it's curbing their cravings for alcohol.
It's true. It blocks the pleasure sensors. A lot of the same places that you get pleasure from food, you get pleasure from alcohol or drugs. And when you're taking the semaglutide, the Mounjaro, the tirzepatide, it helps you if you struggle with drinking too much, eating too much, smoking too much. It helps you be able to curb those bad habits. And it's not just about food for a lot of people.
I want to take my pleasure centers and enhance them. How do we do that?
That would be Molly.
There you go.
I do know a guy.
Yeah, but if you end up taking Molly, you don't know if you're hooking up with a person or a tree.
See, Czar sent us an email about that fancy Publix in Wellington that everybody is raving about.
Yes, this thing looks like it's worth a visit, even if you're not planning on going to Wellington.
Yeah, it is a very impressive place there on Wellington Trace, 1388. It's featured all over TikTok. People are going in. They've got a smoothie and beer wine bar, self-serve salad bar and hot bar, sushi, ramen, rice bowl, and the burritos as big as your face. Plus they have pizza and pasta. All kinds of good stuff. And he said that, you got to go check this out because I ordered a build-your-own burrito. It costs $10.99, and you get unlimited toppings with one meat or a half and half meat, and you can pay extra for double meat.
Doesn't that just sound like so much fun? Build your own burrito.
It does,
that
yeah.
expression
I
brings
love
happiness.
that because then you customize it. You build it. You don't have nothing in there that you don't like. It's all your favorite stuff and your favorite juicy sauces.
When you get rice in your burrito, do you do bullshit whole grain?
I really don't do burritos.
You don't do burrito.
He doesn't do the burrito wrap or the rice. Now, he would do a bowl that had like spinach.
What kind of rice would you put in there?
Cauliflower.
He's not putting in rice, bruh.
I know, he's shocked by this.
I know you want to make him eat rice. He's in ketosis.
I want to make you into vanilla rice.
Rice, baby.
Cesar said, Kev, just to let you know, too, Civil Society is doing a bar takeover there on February 21st from 5 to 8 p.m.
Civil Society just started brewing vodka.
Yeah, I could see that, because I think the craft beer world, like I'd said, for the first time over 2024, more breweries in America closed than opened. And it is unfortunately trending in the wrong direction. It's not hot the way that it was. And I think a lot of people are just realizing that, and for me, I pretty much drink Modelo and Coronas now. They're lighter, not as much alcohol, and you're dealing with maybe half to a third of the calories.
Yeah, we call them bitch-ass beers.
Yeah, if you bring some Modelo at my house, you might get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
That's why I ain't coming over.
Turn that fucking cupcake right around. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm just kidding. Your Modelo's always welcome. I don't want Kevin not coming over now because he thinks
I can't. Yeah, I gotta kick my ass. I can't drink a beer there.
Someone's gonna get in the pussies and
This place
jump
is too
out.
violent.
Civil Society added a pizza oven, which they're making that coal-fired pizza, and then they also added they're distilling their own vodka.
Yeah.
It's smart. It's a pivot. My neighbor Evan, he runs the place over there, and he's no dummy.
Yeah. You got to kind of go with where the trends are, and it is the spirits has picked up a little bit. Though I did even see that the bourbons and whiskeys were down a little bit over the last year, but all the alcohol is. Wine sales were down 6%. Champagne was down.
Oh, I'm trying, but I can't drink the champagne all by myself.
The way I look at that is once a superstar, always a threat. I think it is something that will come back eventually. And you're right. I do hear people talking about not drinking as much.
Yeah.
And I think the media has been really reporting on that a lot too. It's getting in people's head, which I do think is good. Over drinking's bad, man.
It is.
It's not good.
It is bad. And there, the three factors that are in this, I think that it could be the GLP-1 drugs that people are taking. I really think it has to do with the explosion of marijuana and mushrooms.
Does it
more in
hurt?
the mainstream. I think that people are finding their buzzes in different ways.
Because I don't know if y'all know this. If you are on mushrooms, it's hard to feel alcohol on that. You could be pounding whiskey.
You
and
probably
if
are just like, I'm good.
Well, it just a lot of times it doesn't. You don't feel the full effects of alcohol when you're under the influence of mushroom. Now I'm sure some mushroom fuckface will email you and say Bird is wrong. But for a lot of people, if you're on mushrooms and you're drinking, the potency is not. You don't feel it till the morning sometimes.
Yeah, I
When
can
you got
see
the
that.
hangover.
I know when I do the tincture stuff, I'm sitting there and I'm in a place where I'm comfortable. I feel good. I'm like, I have no desire to have alcohol. I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah, so I could see that. It's just like, I don't need it. I'm good. Not feeling it. So yeah, I think that those factors are part of it. Obviously, people watching their weight has got to be part of it because it does. It's not cheap and it does pack the pounds on you. So there's a lot of reasons. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this is just a trend or if there are going to be serious losses in the alcohol business. And people in those massive alcohol fields have got to be freaking out because you lose 6 or 9% of your business. May not sound like a lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's no Christmas bonuses, no bonuses, period.
Well,
a lot.
You're laying off a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you're restructuring your entire business at that point. So, yeah, I'm sure hoping that it rebounds here in the new year. Now, this is positive. I did see this. When a grocery store starts selling beer, they say their sales grow beyond the booze. They say households and beer purchasing households in particular visit stores more frequently, and increase their total monthly grocery expenditures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have to deal with the shakes if they don't get their drink.
Yeah.
Well, and if you can afford beer, and beer's a luxury,
Yeah.
then you can probably afford to spend more and pick up other things while you're there.
But you ever know a broke motherfucker who has no money, but somehow they have enough money to buy beer?
Yeah, I was that motherfucker.
They always got enough weed on them.
You're explaining my 20s with beer.
A beer purchasing household visits a grocery store 3.6% more often and increased their grocery store expenditures by 8% per month.
And think about it, too. If you are a person that's drinking, there's a chance you like to entertain and have people come over.
Yeah,
that means
right.
you got to buy more beer, get
Makes
more
sense.
snacks.
You're right. Absolutely. Yeah, that it totally plays. I get where that would be. But what I think is interesting now is just seeing some of these restaurants that are blown up because of social media. I found out about the Publix in Wellington and just how tricked out it was by TikTok. And my daughter was telling me there is a place, and there are KVJ Nationers too, Vinny's in Boca. They do a unique chopped up kind of salad thing that is amazing. It's a different kind of salad than you've ever had, and you would love it. And because of TikTok, you go there now. It's kind of like in one of those almost strip mall kind of little plazas in
Yes.
Boca.
Okay.
They have a line that sometimes takes you 3 hours to get through.
There is a
Whoa.
place.
They've shown it on TikTok, and it's crazy. The line is out the door and wrapped around that plaza now.
So, the plaza where my Publix, all that stuff is right across the street pretty much from my house?
Yes, where
There-
Crazy Horse is.
There is a breakfast place, same situation. It's not that big. It's in a plaza, and they do millions of views on TikTok,
Yeah.
and there's a line out there.
Right.
And it's right down the street from me. I never even heard of it till the other day.
Do you
it's
remember
got-
the name of it?
I am terrible with names, not really good with it, but, just, where I live. Just drive by the plaza. You'll see it. A big line. It's about the pancakes.
How close is it to Crazy Horse?
It's in walking distance. It's in that plaza.
In that. Is
Yes.
it closer to Nothing Bunt Cakes?
It's right by that area.
On
right
the
in that-
edge.
Yes, and it's millions of views on TikTok.
Yeah,
Wow.
it really TikTok is changing the game with where people are going, and the way it drives people to a business if it catches. Now, keep in mind, you've got to have a good product and a good business that is exceptional. But if you do, you get those social media videos going. People like to feel like they're smart and they found the cool place.
Yeah, if there's a line that takes 3 hours, I want to know what the hell they're serving.
Yeah.
But I do not want to go in their line, so please pick me up a doggy bag.
Right. Ashley's like, yeah, thanks, Kev. Stop telling people.
Oh.
Yeah, because it is. If you're there and like my daughter loves Vinny's, and it's frustrating because, you go in now, you're like, you have to be like, all right, well, when do I have a lot of time to kill?
Never.
So there's a lot of those kind of places all over Palm Beach and Broward and Dade County, of course, but I don't know much about Dade. But there are, like Columbino's off of Forest Hill and Military,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who don't know about
Right.
that place. And they make fantastic pizza,
Yeah.
unbelievable bread, but not everyone knows about that.
Yeah.
But once you know, you know.
Then yeah. Well, we're trying to do a little bit more of that. We find those places, go in there. Because, there are so many places where you go, you're like, how is this place not bigger than it is?
And I think it's just because there's no word of mouth. I mean,
That's it,
It's
yeah.
hard to get your name out there.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to get their name out.
Well, there's so much competition in South
Totally.
Florida. I mean, I was
For
just,
everything.
For
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I was just going through right now and just checking all the places that are opening. I like to stay on top of it. You had Waterway Cafe just open up there on PGA Boulevard, the
I want
Intercoastal.
to go. I want to go see it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I've seen some of the photos, and I read a post about it on Nextdoor that was not real flattering.
Oh, no. I'm going to go do a drive-by today because I have to go that way. I want to see.
I don't take a lot. Honestly, when I see Nextdoor, there are a lot of grumpy-ass old people on
There
that.
are.
Shit.
Yeah.
Nextdoor is even older fucks than Facebook.
Yeah, it is. And so I really have found, like, I don't trust what they say because I just think they got different sensibilities. And to sum up the reviews, they were saying, oh, it's like they put lipstick on a pig and jacked the prices up. And they got rid of their happy hour. So that's what the old people think
The
of.
old people used to love it because remember, it was the average age in there for happy hour was about 70.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I think it's good to, read reviews and all that, but honestly, you have to do it yourself because
Amen.
you don't know what Or
Baggage.
who is writing that review? You don't know
Right.
if they had a bad day at the restaurant or the establishment.
They could have been a dick to their server.
There could sometimes there's someone in the kitchen who doesn't know how to make shit, or there's a server that doesn't know what they're doing, and that can reflect on the business. But I always try to give a place at least 2 chances, and I try to do it on my own.
And when you go right when it opens, just know they're still working out the kinks. You can't judge them on that because it's a new staff, new kitchen, new management. Like a lot of times they're starting from scratch. That place has been closed a while.
Back in the day, Waterway was, Poontang Central.
Yeah.
That's where you went to meet people.
Yeah, reggae days on Sundays.
Oh my gosh, everyone's dancing.
Every night was a clam bake.
No, but that was the one of the spots you would always hit up. Water if you were looking to mingle, you go to Waterway, and if you ended up at Club Safari, things kind of got fucked.
Whoa, yeah.
You might bring home a MILF by accident.
Not to say you couldn't get some fun action at Club Safari. You could.
Yeah.
But she might be 42 and you're 21.
The thing about Club Safari, that was the club down where you guys were. Yeah, you guys.
I was there I think I was there Saturday nights. I think I had to do Monkey Club Friday, and I did Club Safari on Saturday every weekend for about 6 years.
And the thing about Club Safari, it was too inconsistent. You'd go one night and it was like, oh, this is amazing. And then the next night you're like, what the fuck is this?
This is depressing.
Why is that creepy guy in the corner? I think he's jerking off.
That's Kevin.
Yeah, that's how I had to pass the time. I was very bored.
Oh, man, that was a rough schedule for you. When I first got on the show, you were doing that schedule, and you were
brutal.
You were very sad.
I was miserable. Well, I aged out of it. You know?
Yes.
And I was, 30?
Club Kev.
I was the oldest guy in the club.
Club Kev was rough.
When I got on the show, you were 30.
Yeah, it was rough. Yeah, I'll tell you the one thing I think with these restaurants, what is happening now is a lot of people are not putting as much value into the Yelp reviews as they used to because they're finding out that they're being faked and either positive or negative.
Wow.
And they're not being believed as much. And with a TikTok video, you really get to see what it looks like. So you can see the food, you're like, that looks great. You hear the person talking about it, and then you see the line, and that's more powerful to me than reading one supposed person who you can't put a face to or anything, giving it 5 stars and raving about how good it was.
I knew a couple where it ended terrible, and one was the owner of a restaurant, and the one person that was butthurt had everybody and their mother that they knew attack the restaurant on Yelp, on every review, and we're talking an army of people. So you would look on the review, it'd be 55 shitty reviews, and if they would delete the reviews, they'd get more people to review it, and that's not playing fair right there.
No.
Yeah,
that's attacking
it's
the
not,
product.
yeah. And I think people are starting to wake up and realize that strategy is happening, and you put less faith into it. And I think that's why a TikTok video is moving the needle a lot better than some of those Yelp reviews. We're going to different places now to get our word of mouth on restaurants.
Yeah, I mean, any video, it doesn't have to just be on TikTok. It could be anywhere. You could put it on YouTube.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I just went with that because that's what I see with Vinny's and some of the other places. Seems to be the most influential. But yeah, they're on Instagram as well.
But you're right, though. Would that go as viral if you did it on YouTube? It almost seems like TikTok does give a kiss or a blessing to those types of kind of videos.
I think so. I think it fits the demo and everything about it. But I think I see a lot of those on Instagram too. So I think either one of those platforms are powerful for it. And I just think it fits into the people that are there and what they're doing. So yeah, I hope for KVJ to be doing more of that because I'm always eating out and checking different places. In fact, if I go to Waterway, I hope to soon. I'll get through to it and I'll let you know my experience and I'll be completely honest with it.
I would watch a Ralston food video.
Oh, yeah. I would watch a Ralston mukbang.
Okay.
I want to see him muck the shit out of a steak.
Oh,
Okay.
make love to that beef.
Whatever you can eat on your keto, but I want you to muck the shit out of that thing.
How big does his mouth stretch when he puts that steak in
I
it?
would so watch a Ralston mukbang.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I can
I
do
would
that.
slow that shit down.
It's all healthy stuff. I would love that.
It would be, yeah. You'll look at me, oh my gosh, look at what a great diet he has. Food looks amazing.
Do you have like our mukbangs really all junk food and stuff? Yours would be the healthiest
Salad.
mukbang.
It would. I'll tell you where you get the best Brussels sprouts.
I would watch that
Yeah.
I'd like to see you take down a cucumber whole.
and play with the Brussels sprouts at the same time.
I try not to eat foods that look like dicks.
Come on.
It's kind of just a personal.
You want the hits or not? You want the likes? You want the views? Do the work.
I'll be known as the gay food guy.
I eat a lot. You know what? I eat a lot of dick-like foods. I've noticed. Okay.
I only eat dick-shaped foods to do
That's
reviews.
it. That'll be my new thing. Yeah.
Only.
It's only bananas, cucumbers, squash, carrots,
I've eaten a fuck ton of chocolate bananas.
salamis,
Sausage.
yeah, hot
Tube
dogs.
steak.
Yeah. I wonder how long it'd take for somebody to speak. You realize this guy only does dick-shaped foods?
Loves him a dick.
You have a very phallic diet.
I know it's a trend with this guy.
I'd watch every one of those videos.
Okay, I'll start working on it this weekend, Virginia.
Like a cheese stick, like a mozzarella cheese.
I guess, yeah, I could do
Oh.
that.
That's kind
Yeah, we
of
could
a
do that.
little.
Totally.
There's just a lot of dick-shaped foods. I mean, I could make at least 10 videos, I think.
I mean, the fare alone: corn dog,
Oh, yeah.
corn on the cob,
Yeah.
cheese stick,
He's right.
kebabs.
Yeah.
Although, watch that kebab.
I would like to see you deep throat a kebab with the pointy end of the stick.
Only if Kevin and Denny's got hyped up about it too. As a team, I'd do it.
Totally.
You all got to get hyped up though.
Yeah, blood in, blood out.
Okay, all right.
You will be bleeding.
It just doesn't feel as. I don't feel as bad as a person if you're all involved with it.
If we all do it, then it's like, all right, this is just a work activity.
Follow us at dick-shaped food reviews. Okay. Somebody else texted in and said, yeah, the Bukan sandwich shop is also all over TikTok. Yeah, I could see that.
Why do I know that place?
Bukan is the fancy place over on Palm Beach Island where I stood behind Michael Jordan and got a picture of the back of his head and didn't realize my flash was on.
I know from your fancy ass.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where my 40th birthday was, at Bukan.
And then they've got their sister places, Grotto on Dixie, that's over there, and they have a sandwich shop there as well. And then they also have, that's where they have that frozen mule machine. Where you get the Moscow mules, but it's you know how you do like a frozen drink.
Love
They're
it.
very good.
It's like a slushy, but with alcohol. But it's like you get from like 7-Eleven.
They're powerful. They knock you on your ass.
So I used to always get those calla cabs when
Yeah.
I do. I miss a slushy.
Daiquiri.
I miss a slushy alcohol drink. They can be fun.
You would do well in New Orleans because daiquiris are very much still alive, very popular.
You do fun during that. The next morning, the hangover is because there's so much sugar. And them calla cabs. I think I got that because it was like the stronger.
Yeah, right.
Holy shit, that would sneak up on you.
Well, it's a call a cab. What do you expect to happen? I'm
The
getting the
name.
strongest drink, and then I'm shocked when I'm
Yeah.
fucked.
The only
Can't
thing
believe
bi-
this.
The only thing stronger was a drink called alcoholism.
Well, if we're looking for a soundtrack or a trending song that we can put on our looks like dick food reviews, we could go check out that new Bruno Mars song that we dropped today with Sexy Red. And she definitely does bring it. And I think he's just said, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a very, kind of like this is a strip club type of album. It's called Fat, Juicy, and Wet.
So the whole album is this? This is not just a one-off song.
That's what he had said he was doing. I don't know if he's joking. Maybe this is just trolling with one tune because I can't imagine doing a whole album because it's very graphic. But maybe he was being legit.
Is he Chris?
Maybe he's just having fun and he likes
Yeah.
to switch it up, but he's tired of being like, a family kind of artist. Because Bruno Mars hasn't really done anything wild till now.
No,
This
it's
is good.
It's definitely a good strategy when you have the #1 song in the country to completely change everything
Yeah,
and go
we
the other
gotta
way.
change it. Things are going really well.
I love it.
Yeah.
It shows his diversity and he's not being put in a box.
If it's done the right look, people can change their music and you could still make good music. Many bands and artists have done that. And I'm not saying he can't do that. He's wickedly talented. It's odd if all of a sudden you go from that Lady
Right.
Gaga song that's #1 into juicy, fat, wet,
Right.
pussy. Okay,
Pussy.
it's a
Can
move.
It'd be like having the #1 rated morning show, and then all of a sudden you just start doing dick-shaped food reviews. And that's it. And if you're like, I don't get it. Like,
See,
I get it.
I think they'd make us more #1.
oh, you do? Okay.
I see you, Bruno.
I don't get it. They were #1. And all of a sudden, dick-shaped food reviews. Just killed the whole
And
thing.
they did so many of them.
They did so many.
Why
4 a
do
day.
they slow it down when they go to bite?
Yeah. Sarah said, yeah, I just listened to that Bruno Mars song. She said, it sounds like this generation's version of Just Put It in Your Mouth by Akinyele. I never heard of that.
I don't
song.
know that one.
Yeah, but not my generation.
I'm an Easy E man. Give me that nut. I grew up on that.
Yeah.
You guys know that. Give me that.
Yes.
That nut.
I love Easy E.
I love that song. You've heard that before,
I don't
right?
think I have.
It's
no.
his solo album. It is
Okay.
a jam. He also does a diss track against Dre and Snoop, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I loved the diss tracks back in the day.
Right. They had some good ones.
That's what got me into hip hop.
Yeah.
I go, why is Dr. Dre mad at Easy E? And I just got sucked into the drama.
It's like a soap
It
opera.
was.
Well, look at it today. It's still huge. I mean,
Yep.
you know, the feud that went on. With,
Kendrick
Drake
Lamar and
Kendrick
Drake.
Lamar, yeah.
Oh my gosh, everybody's in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Christina in Brooklyn. She said, in the winter of 2019, I was dating in New York City on the apps. I'm only 5 foot tall, but I love a tall man. And I matched with a guy who was 6'8", and we went on a couple of dates. And I remember telling my mom he was Irish, and she said, "Oh, watch out for the Irish curse." And I had no idea that meant the curse of a tiny dong.
What?
Well,
Wait, he's 6'8" and he had a teeny penis?
I told you this shit was
That
possible.
is defying logic.
I told you it's real.
I don't believe it.
she said, after our fourth date, we start to get busy, and I was shocked. This was the first micro penis I had ever encountered. And it was smaller than my thumb, fully erect.
6'8"?
That would be considered a micropene.
What a sad story.
That is rough.
If the guy had owned it, said we can have fun in other ways and I'll take care of business, I probably would have reacted differently. Instead, he was saying, "Oh yeah, you like this dick." She said
He went with confidence.
he
Damn,
did.
Big Red.
He did. He thought, you know what, maybe I can confuse her with confidence. She said, and I was so confused at that moment. I was suddenly aware how much larger this man was than me. And if he decided to get self-conscious and angry at me in that moment, he could seriously hurt me if he wanted to. He seemed so disconnected from reality, it was scary. In that moment, I said I had to feed my dog, and I put my clothes on, and I went home, and I swore off dating for a couple of months. Then the pandemic started, and my short break turned into a year-long drought, with this being my last memory of dick to carry me through.
Damn, girl.
He
My
said,
last memory of dick.
gosh, the last memory of it.
See, that shit can happen when a weird moment happens and you go, you know what, I'm just taking a break from
Yeah,
dating
right.
for a
Yeah.
few months. You get so weirded out by some shit that happens. You gotta take a time out.
That dick put you on the pause button.
Did she say he was 6'8"?
6'8" with a micro
Holy
penis.
shit, that is so tall.
Smaller than her thumb when it was fully erect.
And do you know what I love about that email? How she said, you know, I still would have been, if you would have went about it a different way, I
Right,
could have
yeah.
gotten into
Right.
it.
And she
Right.
was ready to
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
just work with him.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the best email of the week.
What a great, what poetry.
She said, long story short, the tallest man I ever met had the smallest dick I've ever seen, and maybe the Irish curse is real.
Wow. And you heard it from your mama.
Golly.
I did not see that M. Night Shyamalan twist ending.
It was something. What a ride
Thank
you took
you.
us on.
Thank you for the email.
That's just good, clean fun.
What a ride that was, huh? Boy, that's pretty crazy. Let me see here. Other emails that we got here on the KVJ show. Brandon from West Palm Beach. How many funny names can you guys think of in reference to the dong or jerking it?
Pud, Rod,
Punch the clown.
Punch the Clown,
Frogging the
up the suspect.
dolphin,
Yeah.
Tossing Off,
Yeah.
spanking the monkey.
Bopping the Baloney.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think I probably tap it at about 10.
but he asked two questions,
dong
really.
and jerking it. Yeah, two things.
You know,
Dong you can probably do.
Oh my
you
gosh.
you could, you know, and I've heard the nonsensical ones that, you know, just
Yeah,
anything that
There's
is
about
long.
40 deep.
Yeah, you
At
kill
least.
also anything that's dick shaped, which we could work into our food reviews.
Totally.
would this word turn you off if Panda got into it? First of all, do I have consent to ask this question?
Yes, of course.
If he was like, yeah, you like this rod, would that be so out of pocket and terrible.
Yeah. I don't think he could keep a straight face and say that while we're getting down.
Rod's not a sexy word.
No.
No, not really. Jody said this is a late shout out to my most sexy, handsome, wild, and crazy husband, Danny Bear.
Danny Bear. Rah.
All right. She said, here's to another year and getting sexier all the time. Okay.
Get it.
Looks like they might have some action going on.
Give her the rod, Danny Bear.
The rod.
Chili, a.k.a. Jody, sending that in, yeah. Old
Danny.
Danny Bear.
You beat me to the rod joke.
Yeah.
I waited for you. You didn't jump in, so I took that dick.
She took it.
And I'll take it again.
That's right. Panda will be so happy.
We will have to have celebration sex if the Bills win.
Oh, you got to.
Yeah.
That night.
Just saying.
Both nights. I think that should be the thing. This Sunday and, the Super Bowl.
Oh.
You might have to think about.
Yeah, they go into the Super Bowl. You're going to get it hard, Virginia.
If they win the Super Bowl, you might have to.
Super hole?
The what's that? The poop hole loophole?
I have to give him my ass? Oh, Lord. That took a turn.
It's the Super Bowl.
I know, but that's not going to be our introduction into anal. I'm not ready. I think I've aged out of anal, honestly. I'm not.
Her ass too old these days.
That's a young girl's game.
Right. It doesn't come back as quick.
I missed my window.
Yeah, I can't
Am I gonna
rebound.
pick up anal at 51?
Yeah, it's a weird time. That's like I'm 70. Let's do meth. Yeah.
I dare you to ask Kim about that. She's into picking up anal in her 50s.
I think if you do meth at 70, you're also doing anal.
That's how it leads into it. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend. We're back on Monday. We'll see you then. Goodbye.